So today we have Chris Evans' Captain America taking on Hugh Jackman's Wolverine. MCU versus Fox. Who wins? Let's find out. And today's video is going to be a little different as we're going to get straight into the breakdown because we know what both of these characters can do, what their powers and abilities are, and there's a lot to talk about in the breakdown. So, let's just get to it. So, Captain America is physically stronger here. Like, Logan can easily overpower large men and can even hurl them 50 feet away, but Steve was able to lift a 10-ton support beam, keep a helicopter from taking off and then pull it back down, and hold his own against vastly physically superior opponents in one-on-one combat. So Steve is stronger, but while Steve is stronger, Logan is much more durable due to his adamantium skeleton and intense healing factor. He survived one of the nukes in World War II, headshots from regular and adamantium bullets, and a few powerful waves of energy from the Phoenix, which was able to disintegrate regular mutants. But Steve has survived hits from Thanos, falls from tremendous heights, and being shot 4 times in one fight, so he'll be able to hang in there. And they're close in terms of speed, but I'd say Steve takes the ever so slight advantage. So overall, Cap is physically superior. So who's more skilled? Well, that's gotta be Steve. Don't get me wrong, Logan is a skilled fighter as he was able to beat Mystique, Lady Deathstrike, and a much brutal fighter in Sabretooth, aka Victor. But in each of those fights, he had to use his claws to win. Steve, on the other hand, was able to beat skilled fighters like Winter Soldier and Black Panther, as well as hold his own or even beat vastly physically superior foes like Loki and Ultron. So yeah, Steve is more skilled of a fighter as well. So now for the big question. Wolverine's adamantium claws or Captain America's vibranium shield? More specifically, can the claws stab through the shield? Well, Logan's claws can cut through virtually anything, with the only exception being adamantium itself. These claws and Black Panther's vibranium claws are very similar, and although Black Panther's claws were able to scratch the shield, they wasn't able to actually get through it. And I believe the same applies for Logan's claws here. Steve is also a master in using his shield to ricochet off walls and other surfaces to hit his opponents from behind or the side, which will throw Logan off. But no matter what Steve does to Logan, he'll just heal from it immediately. But Logan can be knocked out despite his amazing healing factor. So, can Steve survive being stabbed by his claws? Well, we all know that he can withstand just a shit ton of punishment and keep on living and fighting and stuff, but he's never been stabbed by 3 1 feet long adamantium claws before. But I think he can, just not very many. So, who wins? Well, this is hard because Steve is physically better and more skilled of a fighter, but Logan is just so durable. But I think it has to be Logan. He's just too durable, and it'll be harder to knock him out than it would be to separate Cap from his shield and beat him that way. To be honest, Cap would probably separate himself from it by throwing it. So, at the end of the day, it would be a great fight, but I believe Wolverine is winning this one. Like and subscribe, all the great stuff. See you on the next one. Peace.